Greetings and welcome. My name is Mike Bankhead. I am your host. I am a bass player and songwriter from the Gem City, Dayton, Ohio. This is episode 108. And my guest today is Golden Guy, an enigma, a curious personality. We're going to talk about the new Golden Guy album, Personal Pain, and the release show happening this Friday, that's tomorrow, at Hidden Gem Music in Centerville. All this on the You Could Be My Aramis podcast. Golden Guy is here. Hello, Golden Guy.
Who are you and what do you want?
I'm a bass player, and I know you already have a bass player, so you really can't do much with me as far as that's concerned.
I heard there was a funeral the other night and nobody came. They said it was for a bass player.
That happens to a lot of us. Thankfully, I'm still alive, and I believe that your bass player is still alive. And somehow you are still alive despite the decade of drinking. How did that happen?
You know, I'm still trying to figure that out.
You're still alive and you're on tour, and I heard a rumor that you're coming to our community this Friday.
Yes, that is correct. We'll be at the Hidden Gem in Centerville, Ohio.
Golden Guy, Personal Pain. Well, not just
Yeah.
you, also your Bucking Bloviators.
The Bucking Bloviators, that's the band. That's the band. Here's a little inside preview. There's us. That building behind us, pay no attention to that. They just tore that building down. And also, we have the back cover.
They managed to tear that building down, and none of you got hurt. I'm surprised.
Yeah, you know, people keep aiming at us. I don't know what to tell you. We're elusive. We're elusive. We're still surviving. Still surviving.
Well, let's tell the listeners about exactly who you are. Now, I know that you're a legend, and we should know already, but just in case some of the listeners have been living in a cave, who is Golden Guy?
Old guy is an enigma of your fascination. That's what I am. An enigma of your fascination. You know, as the circle of light increases, so does the circumference of darkness. The more you learn, the less you're going to know about Golden Guy.
That is extremely confusing, which I think is entirely the point. I noticed that all of you...
How is it I'm not confused?
Are you sure you're not confused?
I am not confused. I know I'm the existential finite reality that you call Golden Guy. I understand this. But you know, perhaps you're thinking too hard about it. Maybe is that could possibly be. You know,
that's probably right. I see that you carry a guitar around. What's that for?
Play it. You only need one, Mike. That's all you need. Just one.
And what kind of songs are you playing on your guitar?
You know, we play country and western.
Country and western.
That's right. Both genres.
No, how about northern?
That's northern country?
Or northern western?
Man, that's Michigan territory. We don't hang out much up there.
Or northern western, as the case might also be.
Northwestern, yeah. Yep. North by Northwestern.
Personal Pain. Why is that an appropriate theme for this particular album?
Well, you know, been around the block more times than I've been bumping into myself, so it seems logical that you want to sing about these misfortunes. You know, who wants to have misfortune if you can't sing about it? It's a pretty boring lifestyle, don't you think? That's like not writing about your ex-wife that sued you for a lot of money, which we have on the album. Somebody's going to get hurt. That's a good tune. You know, that's about the ex. That's what it's about. Somebody could lose an eye. Somebody's going to feel real bad Let me tell you something. I'm not that kid's real dad.
That's good to know. You're sure about that, though?
Yeah, somebody could lose everything they own. I got that sinking feeling. Golden guy is gonna get boned. And then we have a fiddle part in there.
How long has Golden Guy been at this?
Why do you think I'm golden guy?
As opposed to Silver Guy. Yeah, that makes sense.
Silver guy doesn't hang around as long as the golden guy. For the golden, there's a reason why I'm still golden. I'm still doing it. Still doing it. And it's just always a friendly reminder that pat on the back is a couple feet up from getting kicked in the butt.
That's so true.
Notice I did not cuss for you. I
You
did
did
not.
not.
I did not cuss for you. And that ain't cussing if I would have said the A word in that phrase. But it's not. Some people may think it's cussing. So we gotta make sure that Mike Bankhead runs a PG-13 channel here. So
No, not even PG-13. PG. You can cuss in PG-13 movies.
well,
So, Golden
I
Guy,
want to make sure that you're taken care of, my friend.
I have a couple of deep existential questions for you, if you could remember, because I know that with the drinking there is occasionally some memory loss.
Occasionally, I don't know who the heck you are. Who are you anyway, man? Who are you?
I'm the guy asking the questions today. So
Okay.
the first question is, as far back as you can remember, Golden Guy, when you were just a little nugget, what's the first song that you can remember hearing in your life?
I think Three Little Apples. That's what it was. It's Three Little Apples. The old hook in that song, and it don't fall far from the tree. Three little apples. That's what they call me. Really, you've heard that song.
I have not.
Oh, come on. Boy. I didn't think there was anything that was going to get by you today. I really didn't. But,
All kind of stuff gets by me.
Yeah.
That's a good memory. All right. Next question that might be somewhat related. What did your childhood smell like, Golden Guy?
What did my childhood smell like?
Yeah.
School lunch. It's like every year was the first day in school. And they got that place all cleaned up, and then you walk into that cafeteria and you get that smell, which is school lunch. And you only get it that one day because you haven't smelled it all summer. And you walk in there, man, you open that door and it's school lunch. But of course, they don't have school lunches anymore. Everything's wrapped in plastic and ends up in the ocean. Back then they used to cook that food for you, and that's why it would permeate your senses on the first day of school. You walk in there, man. Ooh, baby, that was some kind of experience.
Sounds like a very
My childhood smelled like, Mike. What did your childhood smell like?
books. I read a lot of books.
You never know it by these questions you're asking me.
Yeah, I'm very ignorant about Golden
Were
Guy.
they coloring books?
No, I can't color at all. The problem is none of the books I read were your biography, and that I think is where the trouble is.
Autobiography. It's written by Emma Bing Bang Boom when we were childhood sweethearts.
Emma Bing Bang Boom is going to make an appearance at the Hidden Gem with the Bucking Gladiators.
No, she won't be there.
That's too bad.
She's overbooked.
It happens with somebody as talented as Emma Big Bang.
That's right, man. Too many social engagement, too little time. That's the way it is with Emma Bang Boom, man. So many social engagements, so little time. It helps when you're a pretty girl.
I am not a pretty girl, so I cannot relate.
No, you mean I came to this interview for nothing?
Nothing, except for maybe trying to get some people to come see you on Friday to enjoy the antics of Golden Guy and his Bucking Gladiators.
Winners write the history, losers write the songs, man. That's the way it works. So.
That's exactly why I write songs. When did you start learning how to play guitar, Golden Guy?
I think maybe when I was 16 or 17. Yeah, right around that area. I'm that's just to get by, man. You know,
And how long was it before you went from novice guitar player to songwriter?
shucks, it was overnight. You know, yeah, I won a songwriting contest at school, and people would go to the piano, and if they could play that song, the teacher would give them like some candy, and and they even get more candy if they'd say that's a Golden Guy song. So that's how I started making sure that everybody was highly influenced by the Golden Guy experience. I started in school because all they had to do is be able to play a Golden Guy song. We didn't want them to play it on a banjo. That just kind of ruined the effect. Deliverance was a very popular movie that came out back then. So we kind of stayed away from that.
That makes all the sense in the world. I can understand.
There's one kid in the class, he's pretty adamant about playing that banjo. So we busted his front tooth out and stuck him on somebody's porch and made him play it. He didn't want to do that no more. Wanted his stupid tooth back. We gave it back. He had to put it back in. I don't know how he got it back in, but that's what you get for playing a Golden Guy song with a banjo. That's what you get.
So there's no banjo player in the Bucking Gladiators.
There's good reason for that. Didn't I just tell you why?
That explains it. Now I know.
We play country and western. We don't play bluegrass. Okay.
Country
that's a
and
different
western.
Country and western. Yeah, the western part's the swing, and the country part is because we've had nothing but misfortune through our whole lives. That's why that country part exists.
How old was Golden Guy when you started drinking?
Now, I think, my mom, I think she told me not to drink, and I said, why? And she said, well, because. And she didn't give me good reasons, so I had to kind of go out and experiment a little bit. And it didn't take long before I found out that you get better songs written out of alcohol. That's what happens, because the downtrodden hook part comes on a lot quicker that way. You can really pound that hook down there if you got something going on upstairs. Now, like you say, I don't remember too much of that stuff, but I do remember when we had a pretty good song. You know what I mean? That's what I do remember.
I remember seeing a Golden Guy show where the only way they got you on stage was to attach a string to a vodka bottle and pull it.
It wasn't a vodka bottle, but he was good whiskey. I don't need that cheap potato stuff. No, it's Kentucky bourbon.
Kentucky bourbon,
which comes through limestone. And limestone's very, very prominent around these areas. And all you have to do is pour anything over limestone, and it'll taste like whiskey. It will.
That's good to know.
You should try that. You carry a piece of limestone around in your pocket, and then you pour some booze over it, or some water that kind of smells like booze, and then it will be booze. It's almost like a Bible trick. The problem is you want to make sure you pull that limestone out of your pocket before you keep pouring it on there, because you get your pants all kind of wet, and people will think you peed your pants.
And that's not useful.
Keep that little limestone around your pocket. You just take it out before you pour the water over it and make it. It's not, that's the way you do it.
How about introducing us to the Bucking Gladiators?
Well, we've got Plectrum. He's a lead guitar player. Now, Plectrum is blessed with the ability to, his eye-hand coordination is so quick that he can see into the future for a fragment, just a fragment of a second, because his eye-hand coordination is real quick. And that's what makes Plectrum kind of get in front of those leads so well. Is that he can see into the future for just a fraction of a second. Then Lanky Luke, he's our drummer. He's in the witness protection program. So we try to keep him out of the light a lot, because we don't want to give away that he's in the witness protection program, by the time.
That's not his real name, I hope.
No, if I told you his real name, I'd have to kill you.
All right, so I don't want to know his real name.
No, you don't want to know Lanky Luke's real name. But he is from New Carlisle, Crystal Lake, Park Lane area. That's where he kind of grew up, but now he's relocated, and we can't tell you where that is. And then we have Colonel Poppin, who's the bass player, and what can I tell you? His eyes have seen a lot of just war and that sort of thing. So he knows the meaning of a bass line. That's what he does because of his experience. The things that he has seen. Oh my gosh, can't even talk about it. We have to get the kids out of here, yeah, that's the bucking bloviators. And that's not cussing, okay?
It is not.
I'm not cussing here. It's the bucking bloviators. That's what they are.
It's almost like they were horses, but not quite.
Well, they're buckaroos. That's what they are. We're all cowboys here, man.
How much is it going to cost to come see you at the Hidden
Oh, it's
Gems
nothing.
Music
It's a
Club?
free show because you got to come in and buy the CD, for like $10. So,
Free show. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. Well, we can't double gouge people. We can only gouge them once with the CD. So, and then, if you don't like it, you don't get your money back, but you can stick it under your pool table, level that baby up, and you can use it for other assorted things,
Like a coaster, perhaps?
A coaster. Yeah. The disc is a pretty nice looking disc. It looks like leather. And you can use that as a coaster. It looks pretty cool. Yeah. If you have, pretty good looking hubcaps on your car, you can also, double face tape them to your hubcaps. That would look pretty cool, sensational. But I would advise you when you park your car to make sure that it reads, so you can see it. It's upright and it says Golden Guy. I don't want it upside down. I don't want to see your car's parked and that's reading upside down. That's not good publicity for the Golden Guy. Just not.
And we
use a little care when you put them on your hubcaps.
And we really need good publicity for Golden Guy. And what time should we tell people to come to
8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
So, dear listener, if you want to hear bourbon-soaked sadness expressed in both country and Western musical genres, not just country.
Countrypolitan too. Countrypolitan.
Hidden Gem Music Club, Centerville, Ohio, this Friday, the 19th of October, 8 o'clock.
20th of October, the 20th.
I don't even know what day it is, and I haven't even had nearly as much to drink as you. That's terrible. This Friday, the 20th of October.
There you go, 2-0. Don't listen to this guy, or else you'll be here on Thursday. Nothing's going on Thursday.
Nothing's going on Thursday. Where can people find Golden Guy on the internet? If they
GoldenGuy.com.
GoldenGuy.com. Yeah, I will put that link in the show notes.
And then we're also on Bandcamp because the record company Adam Records is the ones that that's who represents us. Adam Records. It's a fine outfit indeed.
They must be a fine outfit in order for an outlaw like yourself to accept representation by someone else.
You always got to surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. Occasionally, blind squirrel can find an acorn. So that's where we're at it with Adam Records.
Outstanding. And Golden Guy, do you have any last messages for the audience? Encouragement, perhaps, or advice on how to deal with personal pain?
Advice to deal with personal pain? That's easy advice. Buy a record, and that'll kind of step you through it. So that you'll kind of learn how to adapt to it. You don't want to tolerate. Okay, you want to adapt. Show me a good loser, and I'll show you a loser. That's the way it works. And that's the best way to do it. Just buy the record. You know, and you always have to remember that God hates losers, because you ain't never gonna get to heaven if you're a loser. So God hates losers. I had that on my car once, but people started wanting me to explain that, so I had to take it off.
I
I got
understand.
there with a scraper and took it off because everybody wanted me to explain that to them. They were always taking their finger and pointing on my window, asking to roll it down. Would you explain what's on the back of your truck? I said, no. I just got tired of doing it. I think it's pretty evident, don't you think? Shucks, you find yourself in hell, shoveling corn hell. I don't think that's a winner. I just don't.
Thanks, Golden Guy. You've given us all so much to think about. Hey, dear listeners, thank you for being here for episode 108. If you live in the Dayton area, I have a special message for you. Look, I know Dayton Music Fest is this weekend, Friday and Saturday. I love that event. If perchance you are looking for country music, you might not find that at Dayton Music Fest. Go on out to Hidden Gem Music Club, 8 o'clock Friday. See Golden Guy. It'll cost you $0. You could even go see Golden Guy and then come on back downtown after Golden Guy and his bucking bloviators have shared their personal pain. You can go see that show and catch Dayton Music Fest. So if you're a fan of country and or western music, I really recommend that you do that. Thanks. Have a great weekend.